Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale with the first time pro again on the channel. All kinds of newcomers lately. I'm super excited about it. Today I am joined by Reza, an Italian pro from Sandstorm. Reza, how you doing, man?
Hi man, how are you doing? Oh, I'm so good right now. What about you?
I'm doing well too. Whereabouts in Italy are you from?
I'm from Milan, close to Milan actually.
Oh,
North
nice.
of Italy, yeah.
Nice. I've never been there. I've only been to southern Italy, and I love it.
You should, man. It's really good.
I would love to sometime. All right, so enough about my travels. Tell me about you. First of all, we're gonna be reviewing this deck that you've been playing, having a lot of success with. You messaged me about it yesterday, and you just won another grand challenge with it today. So we're gonna be sharing some of those replays. We're gonna be talking about the deck, but before we get into all of that good stuff, tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm curious, how did you get noticed, A, and when did you realize that you were good, B?
So I started with a bad account, honestly, because that was free to play. And I was playing a lot of ladder with it, all right? And
the struggle, free to play ladder, man.
I was tilting a lot at the time, so like I was keep facing Royal Giant and Elite Barbarians at the time. So what I did was, in a like really bad tilt, I just changed my name to RG No Skill. Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
And yeah, after that, I noticed that not many people was taking me seriously. Like they were seeing my name. I didn't have much cards won. I had a lot of wins, so they weren't like really noticing me much. Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, I decided to leave that account and start doing some GCs for one friend. He had a lot of gems on his account. And basically, I started doing a lot of GCs. I noticed I was getting better and better. And so I tried to join one competitive clan with that account, of course. And that was Adult Esport.
Okay.
And yeah, I started playing with them, and it was really good times, a lot of friends, and there I started playing my first competitions that went really badly at the beginning because I was doing so well in practices and stuff like that, but in competition, I was garbage. Like literally under pressure, it was so bad.
The pressure, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And especially at the beginning, I was so nervous on all my games in competition.
So what made you get more used to it? Just repetition, or?
No, slowly start doing some little competitions, like some scrimmage and stuff like that. I get more confident and start playing better and better in competition. And in this point, I play so much better in a competition than in a normal GC game or stuff like that. And I think that's what you try to aim for.
Yeah. Well, okay, so talk about, like, kind of one last question about you is your evolution as a pro, because I'm always curious about this, especially with first-time guests, was there a turning point? Was there one tip or any adjustment that you made to your game where you were like, now I get it. This is what I should have been doing earlier?
Well, the thing is, I find one deck that I was really confident with, and I master it, okay? Mastering that one deck got me to know a lot of interaction in the game and stuff like that. So at some point, when you get good with one game and you learn that like typical interaction and stuff like that, it's gonna be like so much easier to like find out that you're good with that deck as well, the other deck as well, and stuff like that. So like in my opinion, if you start off with one deck you're really confident with, you're gonna like find more easier to get confident with more decks and more variety of decks.
Okay. I like that advice. So try to master one deck, and that's something that you did. What was your first deck that you mastered?
Oh, my first deck that I mastered? Oh my god, I feel dirty about it. But actually that was Three Musketeer Seal, dude.
What was it?
Three Musketeer Eel.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad though. Whatever. So, so that was your first deck that you just played tons of reps with, and then you just got better.
Yeah, exactly. And from then I start like trying more decks, more variety, more archetypes, and that was much easier like to play after that. Like learning an archetype when you're already like decent at the game, it's so much easier than starting from zero and trying to master a lot of decks.
Indeed, indeed. That's good advice, too. Okay, so let's talk about this deck that we're going to be talking about today.
Yes.
It's a really interesting deck. It has Sparky, it has Goblin Barrel, it has Mega Knight.
Yes.
Before we get too deep into the deck, if people don't have Mega Knight, what can they sub in for it?
Mega Knight is so much value, but you can substitute it with a P.E.K.K.A.
A P.E.K.K.A. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So a P.E.K.K.A. if you don't have the Mega Knight. But now talk about, you know, man, where to start with this deck, right? Like, tell us, what are you trying to do? What's the tempo of this deck?
Well, this deck is it's actually an heavy deck. It's really defensive deck, but it's a bait deck.
Okay.
So
That's
basically, you're trying to.
Man, I love it.
Yeah. So basically, you have to bait out spell, of course. Like you have bats to bait out Zap to give value to the Sparky. You have Goblin Barrel to bait out the log. You have Goblin Gang. You can push. You can put Mega Knight with behind Goblin Gang. They're maybe gonna log it, and then you can throw the barrel. Like there is a lot behind this deck, and like a lot of situation you can act in different ways. It all depends on the matchup and how the player is even playing against you. It's really aggressive, really conservative, or stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, so starting out a match, not knowing what your opponent's playing, walk me through like what you're trying to what are the things that you're really trying to focus on learning early on in the match with this deck?
Well, the first thing to find out is what spell is he using. So like you can go around them. You can, as I said, if they use Zap for Bat, they only have Zap. Maybe you can you give a lot of more value with Goblin Gang or Mega Knight or Goblin Barrel. And you try to find out what's their win condition. So in that way, you can save up certain cards to counter what they are trying to do. Okay. For example, if they are running P.E.K.K.A., you're never gonna drop like a Mega Knight at the bridge, or gonna waste an Inferno Dragon in the back when he knows that they have E-Wiz in hand.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So once you find out what they're, so you're paying attention to, you know, probably most importantly, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're looking for their small spells, right? Like.
Yeah, small spells. Yeah.
So your small spells and their win condition, and then after you figure that out, you're trying to basically bait the small spells. At the same time, you're trying to save your card for their win condition. And then how do you handling offense from there? Like now that we figured everything out.
Well, from offense, when you figure out what they are playing, like you have that much heavy cards in the deck because maybe in one match you're not even gonna play that card. You know? So like if they're playing P.E.K.K.A., for example, look at the situation. They counter something that you throw at them. Like, I don't know, you throw Sparky in the back, and they're going to counter with P.E.K.K.A., okay? They kill Sparky, the P.E.K.K.A. is coming in your lane, you're going to throw Inferno Dragon in the back. And if they put an E-Wiz in the back, you're going to throw a Mega Knight in top of the E-Wiz, kill the E-Wiz. Even if the P.E.K.K.A. is there, you're going to kill the P.E.K.K.A., the E-Wiz, and you're going to have an Inferno Drag and a Mega Knight coming down the lane. And there, in that point, like if they have, I don't know, log, you can throw a Goblin Gang behind. They're gonna maybe log it or something, and then you can throw a barrel.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. So everything's all about the bait, really. I mean, whether it's the Zap or taking care of the resetting targets like the E-Wiz, or if it's the log, like you're always in your mind thinking about how you can bait and how you can punish immediately.
Exactly.
All right. That makes sense. So. What about the how you play this deck in double elixir time? How does that change at all in the first 2 minutes?
In double elixir time, you're gonna be so aggressive because, as you see, this deck is really, really heavy. Like to be a bait is really heavy. You have like 2 cards that are like cost of 6+ elixir, so you can build up like a really, really deadly push with your opponent. Like after a good defense, the counter push is gonna be deadly.
Okay, so in overtime, you're just will you ever split lane push or no?
No, honestly, I don't do that much because you don't have that card.
In one lane.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have that card that is like, okay, I have that push like a Mega Knight Inferno Dragon on the left. Like you don't have like a hog that you say you can throw a hog that takes so much damage on the other side. You cannot throw a barrel on the other side thinking that you can do that much damage, you know?
Okay.
So that's why you stock up so much troops on one side and just the crazy counter push with them.
I gotcha. Okay, so what about, can I run through a couple popular meta decks and you can just kind of say your overall strategy against those types?
Sure.
Okay, so how do you handle a golem deck, a big beatdown deck?
A golem deck? The golem deck is probably the easiest matchup ever. Like, even if they pump, you have Sparky, you have Inferno Drag, you have Nado, you have Mega Knight. Like, all these things destroys golem. You can, like, with a golem coming the lane, even with the Sparky, okay? They put troops in the back. You can put a Sparky, Tornado there, and you're gonna kill all of that. If they put another troop in the back, you're gonna throw Mega Knight on top. You have Inferno Drag is working like an Inferno Tower. So, like...
So as soon as they drop the golem, are you dropping Sparky or something in back?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to punish the other lane or no?
No. You defend. You defend.
Okay, you just defend.
Yeah.
All right. What about against a mortar or an expo deck, a siege deck?
Well, I guess mortar or expo, you have Mega Knight, you have Inferno Drag. Like you can drop a Mega Knight and then drop an Inferno Drag on top of the expo. Or you have even, I don't know, you can throw a Mega Knight, you can throw a Sparky that is really tanky. You have a lot of tanky units. You can throw Sparky, then put Goblin Egg on top. If they log it, you can, I don't know, put an Inferno Drag on top. But it's not an hard matchup either because you have two really heavy tanks for the Expo or for the Mortar even.
Okay, so what about against a balloon deck? Like whether it's Lava Loon or like a P.E.K.K.A. balloon deck or something like that? Like how are you handling that type of matchup?
In that type of matchup, you have Inferno Drag. You're going to always try to save it. And you have bats. So if there's a bats, your Inferno Drag going to burn the balloon down. And if that will not work well, or they throw like, I don't know, like a minion horde behind, you have still Nado. You can pull the balloon all over the place. So the balloon will basically never reach the tower.
Okay, so like Nado Zap or something like that if you need
to.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
Do you want to do a play-by-play on your 12th win?
Sure. Right. Let's go for it.
All right, I'm gonna press watch right now, and we'll press pause. Let me know when you're with me, Reza.
Yeah, I'm 3 minutes right now.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. So this is kind of against a minor control deck or a minor cycle deck. Okay, so tell us, how do you feel about the starting hand, first of all?
Oh, this starting hand is pretty good because you can, at the beginning, an Inferno Drag in the back or a Goblin gets splitted or a Bat splitted. It's a good safe move. This guy had a control deck. I don't know why he wasn't playing yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, here I was basically playing. Yeah, here I was basically waiting for him. So I split a Goblin
waiting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I drop a Goblin Gang in the back, as I said. And yeah, basically nothing much happening. I'm splitting bats in the back just to see what is archetype or anything, knowing more information as I can of the deck. I'm gonna drop an Inferno Drag in the back because you need to answer to that. And at some point I see I couldn't tornado that, so I leave it there.
Okay. All right.
Because I find out that was like a minor control deck. I know the deck this guy is using, so I went so aggressive. Because not knowing I find out that he had log. But if you're so aggressive with this deck, you can get through his defense. He's gonna tornado it, but yeah, now I know exactly what is he running, so I know what I'm gonna do. And
even though you went so aggressive there, you still have an elixir advantage at this point.
Yeah, of course, because the guys had to spend a lot of elixir to counter all my stuff coming at him.
Indeed. All right.
Yeah.
So now you're thinking Sparky now?
Yeah, it's Sparky moment here.
It's Sparky time.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew he didn't have rockets, so I could easily put it in the back. And in this way, he had to answer to that. He threw a princess in the other lane. I don't really care about it because I know his deck. Even that miner, I don't care about it either. I'm gonna drop a Mega Knight in front. Look at this. What is he gonna do about it? I'm gonna kill the princess with the gang. Look at the Sparky killing the knight. Getting so much value there. Killing everything he had, and the Mega Knight is gonna connect on the tower. He used the log. What I'm gonna do here is to a barrel.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so that's basically so much damage, and this was basically game.
Yeah, you're like really aggressive too, but like not in a bad way because you never have the elixir disadvantage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Wow.
over here,
Okay.
keep being aggressive. Putting an Inferno Drag on top can mitigate like a knight. So like if Mega Knight is gonna get stuck on the knight, but if you have an Inferno Drag on top, you're gonna kill the knight. You know?
Okay.
So
Yep. And you keep sending in the Goblin Barrel, making sure that logs out of rotation. You're relentless here. You're relentless.
of course, need to keep the pressure up, because if I was going to like defend his mine every time, I was playing his game, because he would always like keep pressuring me, keep putting miners, and over here keep doing the same thing. Mega Knight, Inferno Drag, baiting the log, and this was basically game because he had nothing to do about it.
Yeah. You don't have like a big spell in this deck.
Yeah.
Do you find that that's like annoying sometimes, or you just keep going aggressive like you are and you're fine?
No, honestly, no. It's not a problem, because you're never gonna like switch lanes if you have like 100 health left on the tower of the enemy. You know, you're gonna always like kill the tower and then just defend, or maybe be aggressive going for the other tower. But all depends from the matchup.
Wait, so you wouldn't switch lanes if you had 100 HP on the tower? You'd still go aggressive?
Maybe 100 HP, I would change lane, but like if it's like 300, 400, I would not change
going.
lane. Yeah, I could keep going on the same lane, because if you don't do that, you risk that you have that 400 damage, it's gonna cost you the game.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, well, before we let you go, any common mistakes on this deck that people should be aware about?
Yeah, if you're gonna play like against Three Musketeers, you know you're not gonna punish the pumps because you can't. So you're basically gonna be so patient with the Nado and get ready with the Nado to move all the Musketeers in one lane, or you're never gonna win that matchup. If you go against Three Musketeers, that's basically the hardest matchup you can find, because you cannot punish the pumps.
Yeah, so you Nado the Musketeers together and then you Mega Knight.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. Well, dude, Reza, you're a great personality. I love having you on, man. I'm sure my viewers are going to love hearing you as well. We definitely need to get you back, so let me know if you have any great decks.
Of course, man. I would love to.
Can already tell you're going to be a viewer favorite. But any final words, any shout-outs, anything like that before we let you go today?
Of course. I want to shout out, of course, all my teammates, especially Timo, that get me to know you.
Yes.
And yes, and I want to shout out this Italian streamer, Team Nemos, is really funny. So if any Italian streamer watching this video, you should go watch him.
Okay, send me his link, and then I'll include it in the description so people can check it out.
All right, thank you, Ash.
All right, no problem, man. And thanks again for coming on and sharing the Sparky deck. I love it, man.
No problem. You're welcome.
All right. All right, guys, that is going to do it. I'll include Rez's information as well on Twitter and stuff. You guys can follow him and thank him for being such a good guest on the channel. Make sure you follow Bren Chong as well, my YouTube partner. He is a great guy, does a lot for the community. You guys should check him out as well. Guys, thanks for watching so much. And as always, take care, guys.